The next half hour, I'm going to give you a crash course in the future and show you what's happening. To start with, look at this chart here. This is the history of technology. It took thousands of years to go from agriculture to pottery to ceramics, the peak of Rome, and then bang, over the last 100 years, we've had advance after advance after advance. We're human beings. A new version of the iPhone comes out. It doesn't have all the features we expected. We become pessimistic and think innovation is dead. Innovation is not dead. It is happening faster than we can possibly understand. This is the progress of computing that's underlying all of these advances. This is what you get for $1,000 in your computing devices, in your laptop, in your smartphone. You remember the old desktops we had? In the year 2010, for $1,000, you get the computing power of a mouse brain. By 2023, which is 6 years from now, for $1,000, you will get the computing power of a human being. What did I just say? That the smartphones you have in your pocket will have the same computing power that your brains do. By 2050, that $1,000 device has the computing power of every human being combined. There are debates about how long Moore's law will last that governs this. No one is disputing 2025 at the moment. So which means that it's a near certainty that these things in your pocket will have twice the intelligence that you do, maybe 4 times the intelligence that you do. The advantage they have is that they're networked together. What does this mean? I have no freaking clue. I mean, all I know is that this is what's happening, and it's going to change everything. And here's the more amazing and the more scary thing. It isn't just computing, it is everything computing touches. Artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, networks, sensors, digital medicine, synthetic biology. I can go on and on and on. Everything is on this exponential path. All of these technologies are advancing exponentially, and they're converging. When they converge, they wipe out entire industries. Entire industries are going to be disrupted. And disruption means opportunities. Now, you folks are sitting there thinking what Vivek is talking about science fiction. This is not science fiction. This is happening. And the impact of this will not only be on solving humanity's grand challenges, the impact will be on industry after industry after industry. With robotics and 3D printing, as of this year, it is cheaper to manufacture in the United States than it is in China. It is cheaper to manufacture in Europe than it is in China. Why is that? Because with automated robots that have 2 arms, that have screens which show you their motion, with the sensors they have around them. I'm talking about Baxter from the Rethink Robotics or Universal. These robots have become very sophisticated. The cost of operation is less than the cost of human labor. So we can now have robots working 24/7 doing the things that human beings did. Give it 5 years, these robots will become ever more sophisticated. They'll be doing many, many more jobs. The Apollo guidance computer had a processor which was 2.0488 megahertz. That's the same computing power as a musical greeting card today. This is what you get for $1,000. This is Ray Kurzweil's chart. As of 2010, for $1,000, you get the computing power of a mouse brain. By 2023, for $1,000 in your pockets, you get the computing power of you. No kidding. That by 2023, which is what, 7 years from now, you will have devices which have the same computing power as human beings. By 2050, for $1,000, you will get the computing power of all of humanity combined. If this doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will, because this is an almost certainty. There are debates about how long Moore's law will last, but even Intel says it'll last 8 to 10 years now, which means that those devices become as powerful intellectually as you are.
The title of your book, The Driver and the Driverless Car. How much is technology just a driverless car, do you think, just moving forward, that we don't really have control of the pace it's going to advance at?
The theme is that whether we like it or not, driverless cars are coming. And we may want to drive, we may think we're very smart, but our cars are going to be better than we are, smarter than we are. We're basically going to be helpless. That's where the title came from. But the fact is, we're not that helpless, that we do have a say. Uber, which I love dumping on, but the fact is that Uber, what it did was that it was brilliant in the way it legalized the car sharing industry, because it went and it offered its services, got people really excited about it, it got them to stand up and say, we want Uber, right? It used the power of the masses to create policy. It's that same power we need right now. We need to use the same techniques, but in a good way of educating and enlightening, and then have people speak up and do the right things.